don't feel pressured to announce things before they happen just so that you can show that there is motion. If you're watching this, chances are you are in your season of preparation or you are in your season of waiting. Whatever the case may be, you might be feeling external pressure to prove yourself or go the extra mile to make everyone else around you comfortable. I'm here to tell you that you do not need to prove anything to anyone, and it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else except yourself. You're obviously new here because this channel is still growing, but my name is Tari, which is short for Tariro, but you can call me the Muse. Everything that I'm sharing with you right now, I am sharing from personal experience. When you're going through a low season, a slow season, maybe you are in preparation or you're in waiting, whatever the situation may be, a lot is going to happen. There's going to be a lot of tension, maybe from your parents, maybe from your friends or your significant other, where they don't understand exactly the season that you are in. When you're going through that season, it's very easy for people to think that you don't use your brain. So people will come sometimes with good intentions. They come with good intentions to advise you on how you can get out of your slump. It is very important for you to remember the background work that you are doing. I'm really hoping that you are doing something to work towards getting out of that slump, right? But it will feel like you're not doing anything. So people will come to you with ideas that you've already thought of most of the time. They'll come to you with ideas and they'll ask of you to prove that you're doing something. It might not be in those exact words, but it will definitely feel the need to perform, the need to show that you are actually working towards something. But sometimes that leads to premature announcement of things before that happens, which will lead to even more disappointments if that preparation process doesn't go as well as you are thinking. So don't feel pressured to announce things before they happen just so that you can show that there is motion. There are going to be a lot of misinterpretations of what you are going through because it's you who is going through those things. So it's not easy for someone, no matter how close they are to you, it's not easy for them to understand exactly the season that you're in. Only you know for a fact and without a doubt the kind of season or where you are in a season. So there are going to be a lot of misinterpretation on what you're doing or what you're going through. So be very prepared to handle those situations with grace, because most of these people, they really do care about you. They just don't know how best to help you in that situation or what you need. Without asking you, they won't know what you need. So there's going to be misinterpretation. There's going to be assumptions about the season that you're in. But I'm here to tell you, again, do not get discouraged. It all comes from a good place. For the most part, it does. And if you find yourself in those situations, it is important that you speak without feeling the need to explain yourself. If this is someone that you don't need to be accountable to, it is very important that you still maintain boundaries when you speak, and you speak without over explaining. When you're going through a low or a slow season, there's going to be a lot of pressure. There's going to be a lot of pressure to prove, not just to the next person, but to prove to yourself that you still got it, you're still in the game. But I want you to really work on your pace. I'm not saying stop, but don't rush through the process. Sometimes in that slowness, there is your lesson. Your lesson is in that slowness. So if you rush through that process, you might actually miss the lessons that you're supposed to be grasping in that season. So take your time and slow down. Sometimes you want to rush through that process so that you can be in the next stage. You're feeling antsy, you're feeling the sense of urgency, maybe you're feeling old, or you feel like life has passed you by. I talk a little bit about that in this video that I made before I turned 30, so you can go ahead and watch that video. Maybe it's something that you can relate to, but it's something that I talked about, the feeling of being left behind while everyone else is progressing and you feel like you want to rush through the process. Sometimes the process requires you to slow down, okay? And it will do everything and anything to get you in that position where you stop, you pause, and you really think things through and work through things in the right pace. When you're going through that season, it's also very important that you give yourself grace and acknowledge that you are one of one. No matter how much that friend understands you, no matter how much your sibling understands, your brother, your mother, everyone, no matter how much they understand you, there's some situations where they are limited in their understanding. They can only understand so much. That is why I say it doesn't have to make sense to them. Not everything has to make sense to everyone that is around you. Sometimes your journey is yours to take by yourself, unfortunately or fortunately, because it might turn out to be a great adventure. Whatever might be happening in that season, as I alluded to earlier, you might feel the need to over-explain to people, but that might lead to you revealing all your cards at the same time just to prove motion. It started raining. My sound is going to be affected, unfortunately, so don't ever get into that space where you need to prove that you're doing something, because then it's performative and you don't want to be performative. As a firstborn child, this is something that I've really struggled with for a very long time. Always feeling like you need to be performing when sometimes you really need to take one step at a time. Even in this season, always remember to celebrate every achievement. There are going to be a lot of achievements that are going to be overshadowed by the lack of motion that you're currently going through, but always celebrate every achievement, no matter how small it might feel. Celebrate everything, because all those things are happening and they're going to culminate into something bigger or better. So don't get overshadowed by everything else that's happening in your life so much that you forget to celebrate your wins. And on that note, I'm going to share a scripture that might help you in your season of waiting, or a reminder that you might be looking for, from Isaiah 40 verse 30. It says, even youths, that's you and me, grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope, another version says, those who wait in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was very helpful. And if you have any comments or something that you need to talk about, whatever it may be, go ahead and comment in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, press the like button, and I'll see you next time.